What's up, guys? It's Beast Puppy here. We're going to kind of break down just the NFC North, all my predictions on what I have for them, and who's going to win the North this year. It's going to be an awesome division to cover, but we're just going to go ahead and start it off just with the Chicago Bears. Starting off just with their key new additions and losses. Looking over them right now here, only key one I had was David Montgomery, the running back. I believe he went to the Lions. He did, yeah. Him and Jahmyr Gibbs are going to be pretty good over there. It's going to be fun to watch. David Montgomery is a talented back, but definitely a plug and play guy, especially with his position nowadays, and I don't think it's a huge loss for them. Additions, they added DJ Moore, huge addition from the Panthers. Added Yannick Ngakoue, the pass rusher. Added Robert Tonyan from the Packers, and then Tremaine Edmonds and T.J. Edwards, which is really funny with the Tremaine Edmonds one, because they traded Roquan Smith, who a lot of people would say is a much better linebacker than Tremaine. Tremaine Edmonds is really talented, but I think Roquan Smith is at another level. And then they paid Tremaine Edmonds. Now, I don't know fully what kind of deal was there, and if they did end up saving money. Maybe we have some Bears fans who can kind of come out and enlighten me there, but just a little funny and weird. Definitely weird. We'll get into it a little more, but it's just some weird moves from their front office, especially with last year giving away that 32nd overall pick to the Steelers for Chase Claypool. That was another really weird one. So I don't know. Maybe there are Bears fans that can enlighten me. I don't think they'll have anything to say about the Claypool trade, though. And then in the draft, yes, that are just checking out their draft picks. They got obviously Darnell Wright in the first round, the tackle from Tennessee. He's going to be a monster. They got Gervon Dexter, the big boy out of Florida. He's going to be fun to watch. Just kind of a run stuffer. Just plug him into a hole to stop the run. Tyreek Stevenson out of Miami. Like him as a corner. He's a second-round pick. Going to be fun to watch. We'll see. And then Zach Pickens at the top of the third at South Carolina, another D tackle. Really trying to just solidify that D line with, and that defense, really, that front seven with, the linebackers, Yannick Ngakoue, and then the two defensive linemen in the draft. And then they also did add Noah Sewell for their defense. I just wanted to throw him out there. He's from Oregon. He played in Utah, actually. So big shout out to him. Utah guy, Utah native. And then Roschon Johnson, the backup running back for the Texans. I know all about him because I'm a huge Bijan guy. So, he's a phenomenal running back. He would have started probably mostly anywhere in the nation had he not been at Texas. So I'm pretty excited to see him. I hope he makes a difference for this Bears team, and I hope he definitely gets some plays and some valuable minutes for him. I'd love to see that. Let's go into their roster a little bit and just kind of check out their key names, just skill-wise, real quick. All right, here we are. Got their depth chart pulled up. Obviously, first key skill guy we're going to talk about today is Justin Fields. We'll see if he takes that next step. We're going to talk about that a little later. Running back-wise, they got Khalil Herbert, Dante Foreman, Roschon Johnson. I like Roschon a lot. We'll see if Dante Foreman's great back as well, so maybe they'll just split carries when it starts getting to that red zone or that 1 yard carry, obviously. And then Khalil Herbert's a great back. I think he's going to be their main guy. It's going to be fun to watch this year. Obviously, at receiver-wise, they got DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, and then Chase Claypool. Like we talked about earlier, I thought that may have been a fireable move, in my opinion. Chase Claypool for the 32nd overall pick. I understand where they were coming from, because at the time they made the trade, I think they were like, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. I think they were like 2 in like 4 or something, and like they had all winnable games or something like that, or maybe it was a little earlier in the season. They were like 2-3 or 2-2, or 1-2, and they just wanted. They were desperate for help for Justin Fields, and they threw a second-round pick at Chase Claypool. Just absolute garbage. Hate to see it. Sorry about that, Bears fans. Then at tight end, they got Cole Kmet and Robert Tonyan. And then they did sign Mercedes Lewis, the old-time vet. I don't know if he'll do anything for him. But if I had to give that a grade, skill-wise, I'd say B-. maybe a B, just with the addition to DJ Moore. I didn't love it. Mooney, hopefully we'll see Mooney be a little better this year, just with teams being way more worried about DJ Moore. I think that'll be awesome. I really like Darnell Mooney. I think he's a great player. I don't like Chase Claypool, and I think their tight ends are all right. So, but then offensive line wise, we got Braxton Jones, Dan Feeney's probably gonna have to pick up this spot. Cody Whitehair, Nate Davis, and then Darnell Wright, their new tackle from Tennessee. If I were to give that a grade, I'd go B. I mean, Braxton Jones is pretty good. Cody Whitehair is actually really good. I don't know. Tevin Jenkins is on IR. That's big for them. Hopefully, when he comes back, they'll give him a little more depth. I don't know if he is coming back. I haven't researched any of his injury, really. Nate Davis, I don't know. Darnell Wright should be pretty good, but he's a rookie, so you're relying on rookies. So I like the initial grade C+ on their offensive line. Front seven, Yannick Ngakoue, Zach Pickens, that new draft pick, Javon Dexter, the new draft pick. They got Billings and Justin Jones, and then DeMarcus Walker, pass rusher, and then the two linebackers, T.J. Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds. My big grade for that's a B+. I think it's pretty solid. I think it's gonna be a pretty good front seven. I like what they did. Secondary-wise, Jalen Johnson out of Utah. Love this guy. Jaquan Brisker, great player. Eddie Jackson, great player. Kyler Gordon, great player. They don't have a whole lot of depth. Not that I'm seeing. But, I mean, that first four, if they stay healthy, that's a great secondary. I got that graded as a solid A. I love all those players right there. Kind of my prediction on them. They're really hard to rank. I mean, they're a pretty good division. I think they'll be above average for sure. It all drops on Justin Fields' shoulders. And if they can stay somewhat healthy with Justin Fields, I think they're going to be good. Key points. Still not a whole lot of depth at offensive line or receiver. So if they catch the injury bug early, that's going to be pretty detrimental to Justin Fields, and he needs to take that next step next year to make the offense more explosive. I love bringing in DJ Moore for him, but it's only one guy. Tevin Jenkins is out for at least 4 weeks. Defense needs to stay healthy, and if they do, it should be pretty solid. But that's kind of with every team. You got to stay healthy. Strength of schedule, I didn't think was that bad this year. I'm going to kind of go over what I had for them. I have them going 9-8. I have a Packers win, Bucks win, Kansas City loss. It's at Kansas City. Broncos win, Commanders loss, Vikings win, Raiders win, at Chargers loss, at Saints win. That's going to be a tough win. Have it going win. Panthers loss, at Lions loss, at Vikings loss, Lions win, Browns loss, Cards win, Hotlanta loss, no chance. It's in Hotlanta. Or no, it's not. It's actually in Chicago, sorry. At Green Bay, win. So I got them going 9-8. I think I just have them splitting games with everyone in their division. 9-8, we'll see. Well, that's it for the Bears. I'm going to move on to the Lions here really quick. What I got for you. I do want to give a quick shout out to Over the Cap. This is who I use for just anything kind of like just the free agent transactions, what happened in the offseason. I love it. It gives just a clear, just picture perfect outline of kind of what happened. I know you guys can't really see the names, which sucks, but it's really easy for me to kind of read off for you. Notable losses for the Lions: DJ Chark, Jeff Okudah, Jamal Williams, Mike Hughes, DeAndre Swift, Deshaun Elliott. That's actually a decent amount of good players. Okudah comes to the Falcons. We love him. We're happy to have him. They kind of just needed to move on from him. I get it. It just sucks for them. It sucks it didn't work out. They also got rid of Mike Hughes to the Falcons. Shout out to the Falcons. We love to have him as well. And so that's 3 players in their secondary they kind of got rid of. Notable starters: Hughes, Okudah, and Deshaun Elliott. They did add a few, though. We'll go into that. Additions-wise, they added Marvin Jones, Emmanuel Mosley, David Montgomery, CGJ, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I hated him in New Orleans. I hated playing against him. I love that guy, though. He's so good. He's so good. And then Riley Patterson, the kicker. Let's go check out their draft really quick. I should have this up. Sorry. They had an extremely interesting draft. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's hard. If I were to give them a pure grade on their draft, I feel like I'd have to give them like a D. I mean, they drafted players who are gonna be are gonna right off the bat help them. Like Jahmyr Gibbs. Let's just go over it. Jahmyr Gibbs in the first round. They took a running back at 12. I'm mad at the Falcons for taking Bijan Robinson at 7 over Jalen Carter. Excuse me. I definitely think that we should have taken Jalen Carter over Bijan. I get it. I get why we did it. Tyree Wilson was taking a pick before us, so there wasn't a whole lot there. And we do have a good offensive line, and we need someone to help the quarterback. So for us, it made a lot more sense. For you guys, I get he's a playmaker. I heard around the league that he wasn't going to make it past 15, so 12's kind of where you had to take him if he's your guy. But I just don't understand. Maybe GMs are loving that just you get a great running back on a rookie deal for 5 years, and then it's basically over. You don't have to pay him ever again. So maybe that's what they were doing. But then the second pick, Jack Campbell at 18. What? I just don't know why. I don't know who was on the board. I'd have to go look at it. I know he's gonna make their defense better, but I don't think that the Lions are at a point where we're making their team initially better. I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender. I still think they're rebuilding, and they need just overall talent. Maybe the GM's trying to save his job. I don't know. And then Sam Laporta, tight end, the top of the third, another just not premium position, and then a safety at or at the top of the second, excuse me. And then in the middle of the second, another safety. So none of these are premium positions by any means. Brian Branch, I think, is a great pick. I actually really like him a lot. He can play in the slot too, so I love that. I like that pick. The other three, I'm very, very suspect about. Hendon Hooker, I actually really like that pick as well. Kind of high in the third, but he's a good quarterback. So be solid to watch him behind Jared Goff for a few years too. Hopefully he can be their future. And then Broderick Martin, another top 100 pick, just Western Kentucky defensive tackle, just plug guy. He's pretty solid. If I were to give them an off-season grade, I'd just say B. I didn't like their draft. They lost a decent amount, and yeah, they didn't add an extreme amount of players or notable players to kind of make it up for me. Let's go into their depth chart really quick, though. Key names, just skill-wise, obviously, we got Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery backing him up, Amon-Ra, Marvin Jones, Josh Reynolds. Cleve Raymond's pretty good. Jamison Williams is suspended. That sucks for Lions fans. He's out for 6 weeks with no contact to the team at all. I also heard he tweaked his hamstring a little bit. Not looking good for him this season, especially with him being out last season. And then Sam Laporta, grade there. Give it a B+. I think there's a lot of solid players. Marvin Jones is solid. Amon-Ra is really good. Gibbs and Montgomery are really good. Jared Goff made me question the B+. I wanted to go down to a B because of Jared Goff. He can throw for 400 with 3 interceptions. He can have perfect game. He can have horrible games. And I like the Sam Laporta pickup too, just because they lost, obviously, T.J. Hawkinson last year. Sam Laporta is a solid tight end. Offensive line, they got Taylor Decker, Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnow, Halapoli Vaitai? Sorry, trying that. Panay Sewell. That's actually a really good offensive line. I give that a B+ as well. Frank Ragnow's really good. Taylor Decker's really good. Panay Sewell's really good. And then the guards are solid. So Halapoli Vaitai's really good as well. Give that a B+. Like their offensive line a lot. I'm glad to see them working on that. Front seven wise, got A Hutch. Isaiah Buggs, Alan McNeil, Charles Harris, Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes, James Houston, pass rushers. Alex Anzalone, Malcolm Rodriguez, kind of just playing middle there. Grade there. Not a whole lot of notable names. They don't have a whole lot of depth, other than I love Aiden Hutchinson. big time. I gave them a C. I didn't think they were great. Secondary, Cameron Sutton, Brian Branch, Tracy Walker, Emmanuel Mosley, Jerry Jacobs, and CGJ. Love me some CGJ. And the Kirby Joseph also, I didn't mention him. He's a really good safety as well. So, yeah, they're pretty loaded at safety with Joseph, Tracy Walker, and CGJ. I'd give that a B. I gave that a B just because I think their corners are Corners are kind of suspect. And they have Brian Branch at safety, too. He's probably going to play the slot a little bit, I think. Yeah, gave it a B. It's all right. Key points. I think they're going to have a very explosive offense that lies on Jared Goff's shoulders, like basically every offense does with their quarterback, which is going to make it frustrating at times, and I'm sorry for that. Defense isn't as talented as I thought they were going to be, but I love Dan Campbell, so, I mean, he can get the boys going. That's kind of what defenses can do. They can kind of unite. Offensive line is good, but they have, like, zero depth at the moment. I'm not seeing, like, anybody. Though they'll probably change that. And the right side is much better than that left side. Love Ragno, Vaitai, and Sewell. Jackson, Decker. A lot worse than that right side. Summary, I like the Lions this year. I think they're going to be sneaky good. I'm not sure they'll be quite sneaky good enough, but I think they're definitely going to be good. Potential division winner, but the division is wide open for everybody. I think they're going to have an above-average season. Let's take a look at their schedule. Schedule-wise, having an above-average schedule. They start the season off with Kansas City. That sucks. I think they're going to shake some heads, the Lions, but I definitely think Kansas City's going to get them. I haven't checked the line, but I think Kansas City will probably get them by 10, so that'll probably have them covering. Then they got Seattle. What I have here. I got a win against Seattle, a win against Atlanta. That's tough. Loss against the Packers, loss against the Panthers, win at Bucks, at Ravens, loss, Raiders win, Chargers loss, at Chargers, Bears win, Packers win, at Saints win, at I don't know who that is. At Boys. Nope, that's not it. It's got to be Bears. Sorry, my thing auto-corrected for Bears to Beast. And so it's at Bears, loss. Broncos win, Vikings loss, at Vikings, at Dallas loss, Vikings win. Have them going 9-8. That's a solid season. Lions fans should be happy about that. Yeah, that's it on the Lions. Well, let me know obviously if you have any comments, please. I love talking to people about it and just seeing where either I'm wrong or I'm right. We're gonna hop into the Packers here though, real quick. All right, losses for the Packers this year. Moving on to the Packers. Sorry. Losses for them this year. Obviously, they lost Aaron Rodgers, the Hall of Fame quarterback, probably second best quarterback ever. I don't know, top 5 certainly, behind a bunch of notables. That's a tough loss. Full rebuild mode for them. Good old, gosh dang it, what's his name? He's out of Utah State. I should know him. Who the heck is he? I'm just killing Jordan Love, killing his name right there. Love me some Jordan Love. Out of Utah State. He actually looked really good at times last year, but that's a huge loss, losing Aaron Rodgers. They lost Adrian Amos, the safety, Lazard, the receiver, to Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, Jerron Reed, Randall Cobb to the Jets, Chris Barnes, and Robert Tonyan. Chris Barnes is a pretty solid linebacker. Jerron Reed's a solid D tackle. Robert Tonyan's a great tight end. Well, he was a great tight end. He got hurt, and he's coming back from it. Hopefully he'll be good. Additions, they did add Tarvarius Moore. He's on IR right now, though. He was really the only addition that I thought worthy of noting. So they didn't really do anything a whole lot for agency. Draft-wise, I love their draft. I actually love their draft. They go Lucas Van Ness, the pass rusher from Iowa. He's kind of just an everything guy. He's good at everything. A lot like probably a poor man's Aiden Hutchinson, though. Could be a little better at pass rushing. Then they potentially upgrade at tight end in the second with Luke Musgrave after losing Tanya, and then they get Jaden Reed, the receiver out of Michigan State. I think everyone's really excited to see him this year. Then they go another tight end, Tucker Kraft, in the third, which I actually like as well. They can go double tight, and then Colby Wooden, the D tackle from Auburn, and then Sean Clifford. We'll stop it right there. Sean Clifford, that quarterback from Penn State, just maybe best player available. See what we can do. Maybe bring in some competition for Jordan Love. I like it. Let's go into their roster a little bit though. Let's see what they got here. Key names, obviously, they got Jordan Love, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs. He's fighting an injury right now. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Luke Musgrave, Jaden Reed, Tucker Kraft. I like what they got going on there. If I had to give it a grade, I'd say B-, just because Jordan Love and the receivers are still all question marks. Even Christian Watson, he was all right. He's not like a sure thing, for sure. Offensive line, they got David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, Josh Myers, John Runyon, Zach Tom. Gave it a B. What'd I give it? No, I gave it a C. I'd probably go C+. Bakhtiari and Jenkins are really good. Josh Myers is all right. Runyon's all right. Yeah, just full grade here, just a C, or a C+. Front seven-wise, they got Kenny Clark, Devontae Wyatt, Preston Smith, Luke Van Ness. Probably should do that, but well, I'll try it out. Luke Van Ness, obviously. Preston Smith, Rashawn Gary. So kind of love the depth they have there at pass rusher. Devondre Campbell, Quay Walker, playing those linebacker spots, and the Kingsley Enagbare. He was a draft pick last year out of, I believe, South Carolina. Don't quote me on that though. He's a pretty good pass rusher as well, so I love their depth there. Great, I gave it a B+. That's pretty good. Secondary, they got Jair, solid. Russell Douglas is all right. Rudy Ford, Darnell Savage. Darnell Savage is pretty good. He's getting old. Great, I gave it a C. To pray Jair Alexander stays healthy, because without him, they have a pretty tough secondary. But he's amazing, so he can kind of take away one side of the field. Key points: explosive weapons on offense. I love Watson and Jones and Dillon. QB's the obvious question here. O-line's not going to help him out too much either. They lack depth there, and David Bakhtiari is always hurt. He seems to get hurt every year. Front seven is young and talented. It's going to be awesome, really fun to watch. Secondary lacks depth, but their core is solid. Their secondary core is solid. Summary, I think they're going to have a bad season. I think it's going to be a bad season for Packers fans for sure, which sucks. But I just don't think Jordan Love's ready, and got to give him another year. They will have some exciting games and wins, and some competitive games and wins, which will be fun to watch. Strength of schedule is above average. It wasn't too difficult. Let's go take a look at it. All right, I got at Bears loss, at Hotlanta loss. You're not coming into Hotlanta with a win. No chance. Not with your new quarterback. It's just not going to happen. Saints loss, Lions win, Raiders loss, at Broncos loss, Vikings win, Rams win, at Steelers loss, Chargers loss, at Lions loss, at Kansas City loss, at Giants loss, Bucks win, Panthers loss, at Vikings loss, Bears loss. The more I look at this, you guys have a hard schedule. I wouldn't say this is easy. I think this is a hard schedule. You have some easier teams on there, but it's definitely kind of tough. Got you going 4-13. Sorry, Packers fans, but that's gonna be it on the Vikings. All right, gonna start talking about the Vikings. This is our last team in the NFC North, potentially the best team in this division. Some could say this division's wide open though. It's really hard to say. Let's take a look. Let's kind of break down who they lost and who they added this offseason. Now they lost Adam Thielen. They lost Darius Smith. They lost Dalvin Cook. Released him. Kind of sucked. I'm sure all the Vikings fans are really sad to see him go, especially to the Jets. Lost Eric Kendricks, a pretty solid linebacker. He's kind of old. I like all of these losses. I like them all. Adam Thielen's old. Darius Smith's old. Dalvin Cook's old. Eric Kendricks is old. I kind of like it. Regroup additions. I love the Byron Murphy addition and the Marcus Davenport addition from the Saints. Great defensive lineman and great corner. In the draft, we can go take a look at that really quick. I kind of love who they added in the draft. We got the notable ones I'll say here. We got Jordan Addison out of USC. I love him. I think he's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna be really good for JJ and TJ Hawkinson too. Mekhi Blackman, corner out of USC. See how he goes, how he does. And then I just wanted to note Jaron Hall as well out of BYU. Big shout out to my Utah guy. I actually really like him. Hopefully he plays good under Kirk. I'd actually love to see him get some playing time this year. Let's go take a look at their roster. All right, just kind of the. Let's take a look at just their skill positions here. We got Kirk, obviously. Madison. Still don't have a running back to kind of help him out there. They did sign Miles Gaskin recently. We'll see how he does. And then Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, two just phenomenal receivers. Gonna love to see that. KJ Osborne as the third. TJ Hawkinson, the tight end, who's incredible. He just got a new deal. Shout out to Vikings fans. I'm sure you were happy to see that. Grade there. Gave him a B plus. Probably would have given him an A if it wasn't Kirk, just because he's a solid B, you know. But then offensive line, they got Darisaw, Ezra Cleveland, Garrett Bradbury, Ed Ingram, Brian O'Neill. Great grade for that is a B. Solid offensive line, not bad, not great. Front seven, Dean Lowry, Danielle Hunter, Marcus Davenport. Linebacker spot, you got Jordan Hicks, and looks like they got a new guy, Brian Asamoah. Front seven, I gave it a C plus. Other than Danielle Hunter, I'm not seeing a whole lot here. I know Kyrus Tong is pretty solid. I don't know. We'll see. Grade wise, C or C plus on their front seven. Secondary, they got Caleb Evans, Andrew Booth Jr. out of Clemson, Mekhi Blackman, obviously that USC guy, Harrison Smith, Cameron Bynum, and Byron Murphy Jr. He's going to play in the slot. I don't know where Mekhi Blackman plays, but one of these guys is going to play outside, and Byron Murphy is going to play in the slot. And then Lewis Seen, also another safety, just depth-wise. He's pretty solid. He came out in the draft, I think, last year. Grade there, C+. I'm going to go up to B. I'm going to say they have depth. There's a big question mark on it because they're all so young. But I'm going to say C+. Key points, just what I love about them this year. I love their offense. I love it. I've always liked Kirk. But like always, he's probably going to disappoint. He doesn't win for some reason. Doesn't seem to get the job done. Defense from a talent basis isn't that great, but I like their pass rushers, and I like them as a whole. I'm super excited to see Jordan Addison in this offense with defenses trying to stop JJ and Hawkins. It's going to be awesome. Prediction, I think they're going to be a good team. I don't think they're going to be great. I don't think they will be legit contenders for the NFC. I think they'll probably win the division. I think they're just a little better than the Lions and Bears. Let's take a look at their schedule. Have them going 10-7. It's nothing great. I do think this division is wide open for whoever gets hot. Starting off the season with Bucks win, at Eagles loss, Chargers win, at Panthers win, Kansas City loss, at Bears loss, Niners win, at Packers loss, at Hotlanta win. That sucks for us. Saints win, at Broncos win, Bears win, Raiders loss, Bengals loss, Lions win, Packers win, at Lions loss, 10-7. Not a great year. I love this division. All right. Kind of done with all the guys there. I'm just going to kind of give a breakdown now on the NFC South as a whole. NFC North as a whole. Excuse me. Falcons, NFC South. Starting off that summary right now. Division is wide open for every team, including the Packers. I think the Vikings are certainly the best team, but Kirk. That's just why I want to play Kirk. I think he might lose a couple notable games. Every team's going to be so exciting to watch with their new additions. I can't wait. What I have for them standings-wise is I should have brought this up for you. Hold up. Let me... Dang it. I didn't bring it up for you, but... Fuck. I can probably do that really quick and then just edit it out. Oh, I have it right here. Nice. Okay. Three, two, one. Go. Boom. Got it right here. This is the NFC South, NFC North summary. Jeez Louise, sorry. NFC North summary. This year, division's wide open for every team, including the Packers. I think the Vikings are certainly the best team, but Kirk, just as I plainly put it right there, but Kirk. Every team will be very exciting to watch with all their new additions. It's going to be just an awesome year to kind of watch and see how this division plays out with everyone being so close, and we'll see how the Bears and Lions do with their new teams, and even the Packers with their new teams. Standings-wise, you can obviously see it right there. Got the Vikings taking the division at 10-7, Bears at 9-8, Lions taking the third spot at 9-8 because they have an extra division loss, and then Packers at 3-14. Please comment. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear just everyone else's take on it, and kind of where another mind is seeing where it's gonna go. Obviously I don't have like a huge foot in any of these teams, so I'm not there. I'm not super biased. I'm just kind of seeing it how it lays out on the depth chart. But if you like the video, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel. Love to see it. I got a bunch of other videos that you can check out from just all of the NFL divisions this year. So yeah, just let me know.